In the quiet town of Altoona, Pennsylvania, a seemingly ordinary day at a local McDonald's turned into a high-stakes situation when Luigi Mangione, a man from the area, was arrested. The arrest would quickly gain attention for its unusual nature. While most people wouldn't think twice about someone entering a fast food restaurant, this case was far from typical. Mangione was found carrying a gun, an arrestable offense in itself. But what truly stood out was the reason he had attracted the attention of local law enforcement. Alongside the weapon, Mangione was discovered carrying something even more puzzling, a handwritten manifesto. This wasn't just a simple document, it was an expression of anger and frustration directed at one of the most powerful sectors of society: health insurance companies. Alongside the weapon, Mangione was discovered carrying something even more puzzling, a handwritten manifesto. This wasn't just a simple document, it was an expression of anger and frustration directed at one of the most powerful sectors of society: health insurance companies. This arrest, which initially seemed like an isolated case of someone breaking the law by carrying a weapon, quickly became a subject of public debate. Why would someone seemingly ordinary find the need to carry such a manifesto and bring it to a place as public as McDonald's? And what did the manifesto actually say about Mangione's views on health insurance? In this video, we will take a closer look at the details surrounding Luigi Mangione's arrest, the implications of his manifesto, and what this incident tells us about the state of public safety, mental health, and freedom of expression in modern society. This arrest, which initially seemed like an isolated case of someone breaking the law by carrying a weapon, quickly became a subject of public debate. Why would someone seemingly ordinary find the need to carry such a manifesto and bring it to a place as public as McDonald's? And what did the manifesto actually say about Mangione's views on health insurance? In this video, we will take a closer look at the details surrounding Luigi Mangione's arrest, the implications of his manifesto, and what this incident tells us about the state of public safety, mental health, and freedom of expression in modern society. It all started when Luigi Mangione walked into a McDonald's in Altoona. The day was typical for the fast food restaurant, filled with the usual customers grabbing a quick meal or coffee. But Mangione wasn't just another customer. Law enforcement officials who were monitoring the area noted his presence, and he caught their attention, not for anything suspicious initially, but for the way he was acting. When Mangione left the restaurant, it was reported that he had displayed a certain level of agitation. His behavior raised enough concern for someone to tip off the police. What followed was a sequence of events that quickly escalated. Police arrived at the McDonald's shortly afterward and found Mangione. Upon conducting a search, they discovered he was carrying a firearm. This was enough to make the arrest, but there was something more alarming: a document. The manifesto, which Mangione had been carrying with him, was not just a random piece of paper, but a highly personal and detailed attack on health insurance companies. As authorities dug deeper into the situation, it became clear that this wasn't just a simple rant. Mangione had put his thoughts on paper and was clearly carrying the document with purpose. But why? What led him to take such drastic action? And why did he feel it was important to bring this manifesto to a McDonald's? While the manifesto has not been fully disclosed to the public, snippets of its contents have sparked a flurry of discussion. What we do know is that Mangione's focus on health insurance companies was not just about individual frustration, it was about systemic issues. He accused these companies of greed, exploitation, and inhumane practices that he believed negatively affected the lives of everyday people. This is an issue that for many hits close to home. Health insurance is an integral part of life for millions of Americans, and for Mangione, it seems to have been a source of deep frustration. Whether these views were rooted in personal experiences or broader societal critiques is unclear, but they certainly made their presence felt. Handwritten manifestos are a rare and often unsettling phenomenon. They are associated with serious historical figures and sometimes with violent or extreme acts. For many, the idea of someone carrying around a personal manifesto, especially one critical of powerful institutions like health insurance, raises immediate concerns. Was Mangione simply expressing his frustration, Or was he preparing to take more drastic measures? Was this arrest an isolated incident, or was it part of a larger pattern of growing discontent that could be seen across society? These questions weighed heavily on law enforcement as they examined not just the gun charges, but the document's potential implications. While we may never fully know what was in Mangione's manifesto, we can speculate on the motivations behind it. In the United States, there has long been a growing frustration with the healthcare system. Health insurance has become an increasingly controversial topic, with many Americans feeling as though the system is broken. Costs continue to rise, coverage is often insufficient, and bureaucratic red tape makes it difficult for individuals to get the care they need. Mangione's views may have been an extension of these frustrations, whether he was targeting specific companies or the system as a whole. His manifesto represented a deep disillusionment with the status quo. From a legal perspective, the arrest of Mangione on gun charges was straightforward, as it was unlawful to carry a weapon in certain public spaces without proper authorization. However, the addition of the manifesto raised the stakes. The authorities were left grappling with questions that went beyond a simple criminal offense. Was this just a frustrated individual expressing dissatisfaction? Or did Mangione have more serious intentions? The presence of the gun only added to the complexity of the situation. Was he planning something more dangerous? Or was this just a cry for help, a symbolic act of protest against a system he felt was unjust? This situation also brings to light the complex issue of free speech. Mangione's manifesto could be considered a form of protest, and in a democratic society, everyone has the right to express their opinions, even if those opinions are controversial. But the fine line between free speech and public safety is one that law enforcement agencies must navigate carefully. While Mangione had the right to express his views, the presence of a weapon and the way he chose to distribute his manifesto raised serious questions. At what point does an expression of frustration cross the line into something more dangerous? This incident also touches on the issue of mental health. What drove Mangione to this point? Was this act of carrying a manifesto and a weapon a sign of a deeper mental health crisis, one that was left unaddressed? In today's world, the intersection of mental health and public safety is an ongoing conversation. Many individuals, particularly those who feel alienated or disenfranchised, may express their pain or frustration through extreme means. While Mangione's actions may not have been directly tied to mental illness, the situation serves as a reminder that addressing mental health issues before they escalate is crucial. Support systems, both social and governmental, need to ensure that people who feel ignored or powerless have the resources and outlets they need to address their frustrations in healthier ways. Luigi Mangione's arrest serves as a stark reminder of how complex public safety and freedom of expression can be. His manifesto, combined with the gun charges, forced authorities to confront uncomfortable questions about the state of our society. Is this an isolated case, or does it reflect a broader pattern of growing discontent that we need to address? Mangione's story underscores the importance of understanding societal issues like healthcare and mental health, and how unresolved frustrations can sometimes lead to unpredictable consequences. So what do you think? Was this just an isolated incident, or does it point to larger issues that need to be addressed? The arrest of Luigi Mangione may seem like a small story, but it raises important questions about mental health, social frustration, and the way we respond to acts of protest in today's world. Should we be more aware of the warning signs of individuals struggling with deep frustrations, or is this an example of an extreme outlier? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.